Hey YouTube! It has been an incredibly long amount of time since I have posted, and this video is coming to you in 5 parts. Part 1 is basically to apologize for the fact that I haven't posted a video in about 3 or 4 weeks. And by posted a video, I mean posted a decent video, something that, you know, basically tells what's been going on in my life. I have been super busy with, you know, going home in New York and stuff like that, so just want to basically just quickly apologize for that. Part 2. This year I went home for Christmas. It was a lot of fun. I got to see everyone that I wanted to see, not for as long as I wanted to, mostly because I was going to New York City, but I was home for 9 days, which was fantastic. There was 5 storms while I was home, which was insane. The amount of snow, I've never seen so much snow in my entire life, which is a lie because I've seen a lot of snow. But the fact that we'd get like a foot in one day, and then another foot another day, and then another foot another day, it was just so much snow. Christmas was it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I basically just did family stuff. It was a little weird because one of my cousins wasn't there, and my brother wasn't there, but, you know, this is what happens when you grow up and family gets older and are off doing other things, but it was still good. I still had a great time, so. Part 3 is about New York City. As all of you know, I spent 5 days in New York City over New Year's Eve, and it was amazing. I would totally recommend it. Except for the fact that it is really cold in New York City and really windy. You wouldn't expect it with all the buildings and stuff, but they do create wind tunnels. I was at Times Square for New Year's Eve. Unfortunately, though, we got there at 4:30, and we were put into a section, and what happens is you get put into a section by the police, and you can't leave the section. Can't leave it to get food, you can't leave it to get water, you can't leave it to go to the bathroom, because if you leave the section, that means that you won't be able to get back in. So we got there at 4:30, and we were ushered into a section. That section was able to move forward a little bit, and we actually made it to the front of the gate. We could see the ball from our section, and, you know, we could see the screens that showed Lionel Richie and Ludacris playing, but it was -10, and that's without the wind chill. Yeah, at the front of the section, there's nothing to protect you from wind. Whereas if you're a couple of rows back, you got people that are protecting you, got body warmth from other people, but there was nothing to protect you from the wind, and so we were freezing. I got massive windburn all over my legs, so that it was really uncomfortable. We were just standing like this, like trying to keep our feet warm, like marching in one spot kind of thing. And then at 10 o'clock, basically we had to pee so badly that we left our section. And we left and we went to the bathroom, and then we left and went to the bathroom, and then went to the Port Authority bus station thing, and we got a hot chocolate and warmed up a lot. We were still freezing though. And then we were actually able to go around to the back side of Times Square, which was, in itself, it was neat. In any case, we went around the back, and we could see the fireworks going off as they were counting down. You could see all the confetti coming down, which was insane, and it was just a huge party. And then, because we were so far back, we were not really mobbed by the amount of, the million or hundreds of thousands of people that were in Times Square. But we did get a good idea of what Times Square is, and I don't understand how anybody could stay there for 6 hours. I mean, we were there for 6 hours. Other people were there since 2:30. It was just nuts. But New York City was fun. We got to see Central Park. We got to see the 9/11 memorial site, which was really sad. We did the Stonewall Inn, which is the birthplace of the Stonewall riots. obviously. The first gay rights movement ever. We did Staten Island. We did the Staten Island Ferry. We unfortunately weren't able to do Liberty Island, mostly because it was a 3.5-hour wait, and we didn't want to wait for that because we had other plans. We did Soho. We did Chinatown. Did a lot of shopping. We did Fifth Ave. Fifth Ave is insane if you're big into high fashion and stuff like that. I mean, there's a Louis Vuitton store. There's a Disney store. There's an NBC store or NBA store. We did Rockefeller Center. We did Times Square. We did the amount of shit that we did in 5 days is absolutely unbelievable. But it was a lot of fun. I would do it again. But I probably would want to go for longer and want to go during like spring or fall when it's a little bit warmer. And I would also like to fly because the 18-hour bus ride that we had to endure there and back was absolutely intense and insane, and I really, really wouldn't recommend it. I mean, like, it wasn't bad. It could have been a lot worse, but I mean, it was just so tiring. I was exhausted for days afterwards, and there's lots of people that can attest to that. Anyway, Part 4. Part 4 is about school. I just started back at school today. Yesterday my classes were not in service for some reason. But I started back in school today. I'm taking Irish Studies, evolutionary philosophy, evolutionary psychology. One of the two. Taking human geography and archaeology, which I'm very excited about. But today was my course. Today was my Irish Studies course, and I'm absolutely in love with my professor. I can't explain it. The first thing he says when we walked in was, "You're going to need an antidepressant after you finish this course because Irish history is so fucking depressing." And he said that Ireland is the wart on an elephant's asshole. And he's just he's such a good professor. I'm so excited to be in his class. Mostly because I'm Irish, and I haven't learned a lot about Irish history and stuff like that. And B, that's about it. Anyway, I'm excited for school. I'm very happy that it started. I'm very happy and excited for everything. Other than that, all I've really been up to is hanging out at Karen's house a lot. Just chilling, relaxing, acting all cool, kind of thing. Haven't done a whole lot else. Christmas was great, New Year's was great. I missed Halifax a lot. I'm very excited to be back. I missed Karen a lot, missed my friends a lot. It was just a lot, and it was stressful and a lot of traveling, so I'm sorry again for the lack of movie business because it's hard. You know, it was hard to be able to be at home and be doing, like, hanging out with friends and trying to do stuff. And anyway, I hope you guys aren't mad at me too much. So, yes.